NCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to peak. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
It provides a great opportunity, just the fellowship amongst athletes, get a chance to play against some different teams that you typically don't get a chance to play against from different regions, different parts of the country. It kind of gives you an opportunity to kind of see where you're really at against everybody. Really good, like I said, just a great environment, well-ran tournament. It's a pleasure to be part of organizations like the USCA.
What's up, gents? How y'all doing?
Great and Silk.
Best table in the land in America today. Worldwide.
Is it noon yet? Still morning. Got one more minute. What's your protocol today?
enters this afternoon's starting lineups. First for the visiting Johnson Wales Charlotte Wildcats. At guard, a 6'3" senior from Lemoore, North Carolina, number 0, Fred Patterson. At guard, a 6'3" senior from Concord, North Carolina, number 3, Colin Irby. At guard, a 6' sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina,
My bad.
15, Jalen Dibble.
I kind of moved that.
At 46'5" sophomore from Beach Island, South Carolina, number 1, Anthony Gray. And the 46'8" sophomore from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 23, Jalen Benson Holland.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Apprentice School Athletic Center here on the campus of the Apprentice School, located on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding, right here in the heart of Newport News, Virginia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're back for another doubleheader of basketball action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center, and we are so ecstatic that you can join us. Howard McCain here. I will bring you the play-by-play action for both games this afternoon, as the men and women of the Apprentice School will take on the men and women of Johnson Wales University out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Sekou Fry will be joining us. He is our engineer producer, and this should be a fantastic ball game. Right now, both teams coming into this afternoon's game playing very, very well. For the visiting Johnson and Wales Wildcats, again, they hail out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Their head coach, Josh Gross, is in his first season at the helm of the men's program. He brings this team into this afternoon's game with a 13-10 mark. They are 8-1 in conference play, winners of their last 3 games in a row. For the home team, Evan Key, in his 3rd season at the helm for the Builders, he has a 12-12 record, 6-3 in conference play. They have won 2 in a row, including last night's contest. So, folks, sit back, relax, and get ready to enjoy as we bring you 2 games today on this doubleheader slate. As you can see, both teams are at midcourt, and we are ready to tip things off here with game number 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader, and the tip is controlled by the Wildcats. Jalen Dibble with the basketball gives off to Fred Patterson, who was able to get to the rack for the easy layup. So Fred Patterson and Jalen Dibble are joined on the floor by Anthony Ray, Colin Irby, and Benson Hollandhead. That is your starting 5 for the visiting Wildcats, as Marion Moore gets inside, unable to hit. And back come the Wildcats, who now hold just a 2-0 lead so far in the basketball game. We are very early in the first half of action. As the Wildcats go to work, unable to hit was Ray with a shot. So back comes Tony Epps with the basketball. He's joined on the floor by Corey Joyner, Marion Moore, Isaiah Jones, and Kyrie Smith, who currently has the basketball with the shot clock at 15. Again, Builders trail 2-0 as Moore. Second shot is blocked. That's Jalen Benson Hollandhead. He's going to be called for a foul, I believe. Correction, that foul call was on Fred Patterson. So that's Fred Patterson's first personal foul, the team's first, and Marion Moore will step to the line to shoot 2. 18:42 remaining in the first half. Builders looking to get on the board. And we got to wait for one more free throw opportunity for that to happen. Marion Moore enters this afternoon's basketball game as the leading scorer for the Apprentice School. He comes in averaging 14 points per game and misses the second of 2. So the Builders remain scoreless after a couple of trips down court. So back come the Wildcats, as Hollandhead misses. Corey Joyner clears and goes on the attack. Dish underneath to Jones. His shot is blocked. That's the second block shot by Hollandhead. So this is going to be an interesting battle down low. Hollandhead is 6'8", looks a whole lot longer than that on the court, plays a lot bigger than he actually is. And Marion Moore able to finally get one to go. And we're now tied at 2 apiece. 18-12 remaining in the first half. Ray goes to work on Smith. Here's Dibble. misses. Rebound tapped around and controlled by Epps. Epps give inside to Smith, who's able to lay it up off the glass for another two, and the Builders take the lead 4-2 over the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales, again out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's Patterson with the basketball, working on Moore. Patterson unable to hit. Corey Joyner comes away with the rebound. These two teams have already played one another this season. Wildcats were able to come away with a 100-92 victory. High-scoring affair between these teams the last time they played, so you kind of can expect that to happen again here today. As Joyner with 8 on the shot clock works off of a screen from Jones. 3. Money from Corey Joyner. Now, the last time these two teams played, Corey Joyner went off as the Wildcats missed, and we have a foul call. That call will go on Jalen Benson Hollenhead. That is his first personal foul and the team's second. And to finish up my thought, Corey Joyner, the last time these two teams played, finished 5 of 11 from three-point land and a total of 26 points overall in the basketball game. So Corey knows how to light it up. The lone senior on the team, he was honored last night at senior night here, is Marion Moore, able to travel, go down the baseline and hit a layup behind the basket for two, and the Builders now have built a 7-point lead quietly. It is 9-2 Builders with the lead as we come courtside with me, Howard McCain again. So glad you could join us. Sekou Fry is our engineer producer, and the Builders come out hot right now in the first part of this first half. Having put up 9 points so far, Marion Moore has poured in 6, while Corey Joyner has hit a 3-pointer, and that's how the Builders have built this 7-point lead. So this is a team, the Builders, who come into this afternoon's game averaging about 79 points per game, while the Wildcats average about 84. So not that much of a difference between how these teams actually score the basketball. It's just going to come down who scores the most. 16:41 remaining in the first half. We're out of the timeout. Here's Dibble with the basketball. Irby. As the Wildcats run a bit of a weave, Hollenhead handles. Shot clock at 15. Builders turning up the pressure on defense. You can hear some support coming from the Builder bench on defense as Hollenhead gets inside, but he misses. And there's a late whistle. So Hollenhead will shoot the 1-and-1. He was fouled on the shot. I'm sorry, he's going to shoot 2. He was fouled on the shot by Isaiah Jones. So for Jones, that's his first personal foul. The 6'8" freshman out of Rock Mount, North Carolina, picks up his first, the team's first, and Jalen Benson Hollenhead will attempt to shoot 2. And hits the first. Azarian Wilkins makes his way into the basketball game for Johnson and Wales. Again, they come into this afternoon's game with a 13-10 overall record, 8-1 in conference play, as Hollenhead misses the second. So the Builders hold to a 6-point lead, 9-3 is the feed inside to Isaiah Jones is blocked. That's the third block now for Benson Hollenhead. Here's Wilkins for 3. So Wilkins, fresh off of the bench, comes in, hits his first bucket. As Moore answers on the other end with 2. So 11-6, Builders with the lead. Right now, Marion Moore leading all scorers. He has 8 points so far. As the long 2 by the 6'8" center of the Wildcats misses everything, and we get a block. Last touch by the Builders, so the basketball will stay on this end as Eason makes his way into the basketball game for the Builders. Summers, Brandon Summers onto the floor for the Wildcats. As we're going to get a player control foul, that's going to go on Dibble. Dibble absolutely ran straight through Corey Joyner. So nice job by Joyner to take the blow and get the foul call. So the Builders are back on offense. They go against a man-to-man defense being put on by the Wildcats. It's Wilkins. Looks for Patterson. Shot clock at 20. Patterson able to hit. 11-8 is the score. Builders leading. Builders took a 4-2 lead early and have not surrendered yet. Marion Moore able to get inside, unable to hit, but he is fouled. So the foul's beginning to mount up just a little bit early on. That's the 4th team foul right now. Builders have only committed 1. That's Brandon Summers. That is his first and the team's 4th. Marion Moore is 0 for 3 from the free throw line so far. As Avon Hawkins will give Tony Epps a rest. As Marion Moore is able to hit a free throw. 1 for 4 from the free throw line, so the Builders have added to their lead 12-8 now. 4-point lead by the home team is the Wildcats with Ray. Ray coming in as the leading scorer this afternoon for the Wildcats at 17.9 points per game. So that is Wilkins, and that is Wilkins' second from 3. So that bucket pulls the Wildcats within 1, 12-11, Builders with the lead. 20 seconds on the shot clock as Moore looks. Eason thought Marion Moore was still in the same spot, and he threw it out of bounds, so that will be a turnover by the Builders. Rashawn Ely makes his way onto the basketball court along with J.C. Cooper for the Wildcats. Our officials for this afternoon's game are Kevin Ricks, Tim Doherty, and DeWood Mills behind the whistles this afternoon. As a shot by the Wildcats is missed, loose ball controlled by the Builders. Here's Ely. Ely, player control foul. So Rashawn Ely will pick up his first personal foul. That'll be the team's second. So the Wildcats get the basketball back with an opportunity to take the lead again. Led 2-0 early. Skip pass all the way across court to Cooper. Feeds inside to Summers. Summers able to hit. The Wildcats take the lead 13-12 over the Builders. 13-18 remaining in the first half as Joyner works against the man-to-man defense. Here's Hawkins. Long rebound comes off and controlled by the Builders. Shot clock now with 20. Here's Moore. Moore with 8 early points. I'm sorry, 9 early points in the basketball game. He and Corey Joyner are the only 2 Builders that have scored. Here's Ely. Shot clock down late. Ely has to shoot. Caught a bit of the rim, so the shot clock does reset to 20. Here's Moore. Moore able to knife in between the defense and get all the way to the rack for the score, and we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the Builders. 12:39 remaining in the first half, and the Builders take the lead 14-13 on the strength of 11 early points in the basketball game from Marion Moore. And man, you really want to see that out of him early in the basketball game to really establish himself as a scoring threat in this basketball game. Normally, foul trouble usually kind of takes him out of his scoring rhythm, but so far, no fouls by Marion Moore, still averaging 14 points per game. Folks, he's already pretty much at that average per game average already within the first 10 minutes of the basketball game. So you really, really want to see that out of your leading scorer. Again, Marion Moore comes into this game averaging 14 points a game, 7.2 rebounds per game. So he is into a very good offensive rhythm. We just got to get the other guys involved. I'm sure we will here soon. But early on, it's the Marion Moore Show. And folks, as a fan of the Builders, we will take it. So the full timeout is now over. Both teams are back on the court. Let's go back on the court with them. So 12:39 remaining in the first half. Builders with the lead. Here's Ray. Being harassed down court, and he steps out of bounds, so the pressure defense, the full court press by the Builders forces a turnover. Nice job of defense out of the timeout by Coach Evan Key and his team to force the turnover along the sideline. So here's Corey Joyner with 3 points so far in the basketball game. Caleb Molesky off of the bench. Here's Joyner, double team, Moore. Long rebound comes off. It was last touched by the Wildcats, so the basketball stays on this end of the floor. Shot clock at 20, game clock at 12:14. Scoreboard 14-13, Builders over the Wildcats. Hawkins kick in the corner to Ely. Ely strokes it from 3. And that pushes the Builder lead up to 4. Builders have led by as many as 7 in the basketball game, as the step-through layup is good for Wilkins. And Wilkins pours in his 8th point of the afternoon. He's already hit a couple from three-point land. Joyner pulls. Rebound comes off to Patterson. Here's Wilkins. He's already scored 8. Misses short. Here comes Joyner. Looking to attack to Molesky. Terrible pass that time. Back comes Ray, but he's cut off and fouled by Hawkins. So Avon Hawkins will pick up his first personal foul. That'll be the team's third as Epps makes his way back into the ball game to give Corey Joyner a rest. As Jalen Benson Hollenhead and Nathan Machida make their way onto the floor for the visiting Wildcats, again out of Charlotte, North Carolina. As Patterson turns it over. Here's Ely ahead to Molesky. Ely, layup, no good. And back come the Wildcats with Cooper. Here's Ray, who misses. Here's Patterson for 3, and it goes down. And just like that, the Wildcats have retaken the lead 18-17 as Epps handles the basketball.
Thumbs up.
Epps off of a screen from Moore. Kick to the corner. Long 3. Goes down one more time for Vershawn Ely. That is his second three-point basket from the exact same spot on the floor. The corner 3 is good. And just like that, the Builders take the lead right back, 20-18. And surprisingly so, as Hollenhead spins, misses. Rebound controlled by Epps. That corner 3 is actually the shortest distance to the basket from three-point land as Epps steps out of bounds prior to that shot attempt from the corner 3. That is the shortest distance from 3 to the basket. Epps Ely took advantage of that a couple of times down court for a couple of threes. So the score is 20-18. Builders lead by 2, 9:52 remaining in the first half. Cooper to Machida, no good. Molesky with the rebound. Builders work the basketball around the perimeter with 20 on the shot clock. Here's Eason. Molesky Shot clock now down to 11. Basketball did not hit the basket, so the shot clock does not rebound. It was last touched by the Wildcats with 7 seconds on the shot clock as DeAndre Williams checks into the basketball game. The Builders were inbound along the baseline. Epps will not be able to run the baseline with the basketball to get it in. Feed in the corner for the corner three, no good. And the loose ball is handled by Williams. Builders with a 2-point lead, 20-18. Skip pass to Machida. Machida unable to hit. We have a loose ball foul underneath. That loose ball foul will go on Benson Hollenhead. That is his second personal foul. So he'll take a seat. He'll give way to Brandon Summers. So you have a 6'8 forward hitting the bench, and you counter with another 6'8 forward. Oh, man, what a life it is to be tall. I can say that because I'm only 5'6". But anyway, Epps with the basketball. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Ely works off of a screen. Tries to run along the baseline, and he steps out of bounds. So that'll be a turnover. Basketball goes back over to the Wildcats. Just a bit of a, I guess, a fun fact for the Wildcats of Johnson Wales. Their mascot actually has a name. His name is Wiley T. Wildcat. As the pass inside picked off. Loose ball last touch by the Wildcats, so that'll be a turnover. They call their mascot Wildcat Willie for short. It's Akeland. Makes his way into the ball game for the Builders. Dibble and Patterson are back on the floor for the Wildcats. Johnson Wales is mostly known by everyone for their culinary arts department. They produced a lot of world-renowned chefs from their campuses. As a matter of fact, they have 4 campuses as we have a foul. As Epps makes his way to the basket, that foul is on Brandon Summers. That is his second personal foul and the team's 6th. So Epps will shoot 2 at the 8-minute, 20-second mark of the first half and misses the first. So a couple of world-renowned chefs for sure have come out of Johnson & Wales over the years. Anybody ever heard of Emeril Lagasse? I'm sure you have, as he has been on television for years and has all kind of cookbooks, and I think he has a line of cookware out as well. He's a graduate of Johnson & Wales University, as the shot by the Wildcats comes off, last touch by Summers. So the basketball will go over to the Builders. Another world-renowned chef now that came out of Johnson Wales University. If anybody's ever watched Hell's Kitchen, season 3 winner Roman Harper, he was the winner of Hell's Kitchen season 3. He is a graduate of Johnson & Wales University. As the kick to Ackland. 3, no good. Rebound gathered by Summers. So the Wildcats still trail by 2, 20-18, 7:30 left as we get a foul. I think they said number. Now they whistled Caleb Molesky for the foul, but Caleb Molesky was nowhere near the basketball, so that's interesting. He'll pick up his first, the team's 4th, as Patterson banks it in for 2, and we are now tied at 20. 7:20 remaining in the first half as Corey Joyner works it along. He's back with the basketball now with 20 feet in the corner. Shot clock now with 15 for Epps. Epps, 3-point basket, no good. Loose ball controlled by Smith. Joyner, nice pass inside to Eason for the easy 2 off the glass. So the Builders take the lead right back, 22-20. High energy basketball game early on for both teams. As we get close to the season finale, and did we get an offensive foul call? Okay. So Brandon Summers, the 6'8" sophomore forward, picks up his third foul. So he's going to have to go to the bench. So Jalen Stafford Gill, the 6'6" forward, makes his way into the ball game now for the Wildcats. So the Wildcat centers got themselves in a little bit of foul trouble here in the first half. Joyner looks for a lane, kind of got up in the air, didn't know what he wanted to do with the basketball, as the Builders are able to get back on defense, but unable to avoid the foul. As the foul will be on Kyrie Smith. That'll be his first personal foul in the team's fifth. So Colin Irby will step to the line to try to shoot two, to try to get this game evened up at 22 all, as the Builders hold to a 2-point lead, 6:16 remaining in the first half. And the first of two is missed. So again, these teams just recently played each other just a little over a week ago in Charlotte. The Wildcats came away with a 100-92 victory. As Irby misses them both, but I believe we have a lane violation committed on Marion Moore, so that'll give Irby another shot. Again, Builders leading 22-20, and Irby misses all three. So I think late in the game, if the Builders need to foul someone, he may be a candidate. We'll see. Epps with 20. Travel with the basketball. Xavier Hunter into the basketball game for the Builders as they continue to hold to a 2-point lead. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Here's Williams. Unable to hit. Marion Moore able to control the loose ball. And back come the Builders. Kick to the corner for Hunter. And he nails the three. So that extends the Builder lead now to 5, 25-20. 5:32 remaining in the basketball game. Builders have already hit 4 3-pointers so far, one by Corey Joyner, 2 by Vershawn Ely, and that one there by Xavier Hunter. As the missed shot comes off to the Builders, here's Hunter. Kick to Corey Joyner. Corey with a three. And he nails the 5th 3-pointer of the half, and we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Coach Josh Gross and the Wildcats, as the Builders have now extended their lead to 8, 28-20, as the full timeout being taken by the Wildcats, as Corey Joyner picking up where he left off in the first game that these teams met. Corey Joyner went for 26 points. He was 5 of 11 from three-point land so far. He's 2 of 3 from three-point land, and the Builders are now built an 8-point lead. They've led by as many as 9 in this basketball game. So very well played first half so far by the Builders. One of the things that have definitely stood out so far is the number of turnovers that they've committed. So far, they've committed less than 5 turnovers total in this basketball game. And just like I alluded to in an earlier broadcast, a lot of times it's the turnover battle that determines what team wins the basketball game, a lot like it does in football. If you can limit the amount of extra possessions you give the other team, then your chances of winning goes up exponentially. So far, Evan Key's basketball team playing very well, managing their fouls well, and not making the mental mistakes with the basketball that normally drives coaches crazy. So the timeout is over. Let's go back to the court. 5:09 remaining in the first half. Builders 28, Wildcats 20. We've had about 3 lead changes in the ball game so far, but the Builders have been right there, if not leading the entire game, as the ball goes inside, up and off the glass good. For Stafford Gill, those are his first points. So that trims the Builder lead to 6, 28-22. Here's Joyner, shot clock at 15. Hunter to Joyner. Hawkins tries to get the basketball inside to Smith, but the pass is picked off. Here's Dibble to Ray, who traveled with the basketball, and that is a turnover. So Ray moving just a little bit too fast. Feet moving faster than the basketball, so that's a turnover. So the Builders will have possession with 4:13 remaining in the first half and an 8-point lead right now. 6-point lead, 28-22. Moore. Shot no good. Back comes Wilkins against the Builder defense. Able to feed it down low to a cutting Stafford Gill and up and off the glass for 2. So 28-24 is our score. Builders with a 4-point advantage. As Joyner handles the basketball with the shot clock now at 20. Hunter. Joyner, 15 on the shot clock. Kick to Moore. Baseline jumper, an air ball, so the shot clock does not reset. Shot clock now at 7 is Hawkins. Misses from 3. Battle for the rebound, but there's a loose ball foul. That foul will go on Kareem Smith. That is his second personal foul and the team's 6th. As Rashawn Ely comes in, that'll send Smith to the bench at the 3:23 mark of the first half. So far, Smith, the only player for the Builders with 2 fouls. Everyone else has 1 that has a foul. Here's Wilkins. Able to get the basket and the foul. So Wilkins gets harassed. Avon Hawkins will pick up his second personal foul, and that'll be the team's 7th. So that put Wilkins at the line to try to complete the 3-point play at the 3:09 mark. Builders leading now by 1, 28-27, over the visiting Wildcats from Johnson and Wales University out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Here's Hawkins with a skip pass to Hunter. Shot clock at 15. Joyner. Shot clock now at 10 to Hawkins. Hawkins able to control his body and bank it in for 2. And that extends the Builder lead now to 3, 30-27, 2:40 left in the first half as Dibble crosses the timeline. Here's Wilkins. Shot clock at 15. Wilkins, spin. Wild shot, doesn't hit the basket. A tie-up underneath. Ball goes flying out of bounds. It was last touched by the Wildcats. Isaiah Jones makes his way back into the ball game. 2:20 left in the first half. Builders lead by 3, 30-27.
Start on the baseline. Navy. Start low.
Here's Hunter for 3. In and out. Rebound comes off to Ray. Ray squeezes off his own 3. He misses. Isaiah Jones with the rebound. Here's Joyner. Alley-oop to Marion Moore. Unable to control it for a shot, but he was able to control it to keep it from going out of bounds and save a turnover. Feed in the corner to Joyner. He's hit, and that's going to be a foul. So that foul will be on Anthony Ray. That'll be his first personal foul and the team's 8th. So that puts Corey Joyner at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1. 1:45 remaining in the first half. Builders with a 3-point lead. Make it up. I was about to speak too soon. Joyner misses the front end of the 1-and-1. So here are the Wildcats with Dibble. Wilkins, who already has 9 points in the first half. Kick in the corner to Ray. Ray hits the 3. So we are now tied once again. I want to say this is at least the 3rd or 4th time that we've had a tie in the basketball game. And Hunter says, forget all about that. So Xavier Hunter with the 3 breaks up that tie. And now the Builders lead by 3 with less than a minute remaining in the first half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. The first of a doubleheader being played this afternoon as we get a foul call. The foul call is on Xavier Hunter. So that'll be the first, personal foul for Xavier Hunter. That'll be the 18th foul. So that will put Fred Patterson at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1 with 52.1 seconds remaining in the first half. Builders leading by 3. (33-31) is our score as we approach halftime here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. And Patterson hits them both. So a 1-point advantage right now by the Builders. 33-32, 44 seconds left. Shot clock at 22. Here's Hunter to Ely. Shot clock now at 15. Joyner looks down low. Here's Moore. Pass got tipped, and the Builders turned it over. Here's Ray. Ray all the way to the basket. Shot no good. Builders have an opportunity to hold for the last shot, but Rashawn Ely again has having nothing of that, and the Builders now with a 3-point lead, 35-32, 12 seconds left. Game clock now down at 9. Here's Patterson. Game clock now at 3, 2, last shot of the half goes for Patterson, and that is how the first half will end with that shot by Patterson. 35-34 is what both teams will go into the halftime locker room with. As we come back courtside with me, Howard McCain, Sekou Fry is our engineer producer, and a fantastic first half of basketball being played by both teams as we enter into the halftime locker room with the scoreboard reading 35-34, 1-point lead being enjoyed right now by the Builders. Again, this is the first of a doubleheader that will be brought to you here this afternoon, as first up are the men as they take on the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales University out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, Coach Gross brings his basketball team into this afternoon's game with an overall record of 13-10, playing very well. They're 8-1 in conference play, having won their last 3 games in a row. But Coach Evan Key has his guys ready to play. The Builders have done a great job of scoring the basketball. They've also done a very good job of taking care of the basketball here in the first half, and that has afforded them to go into the locker room with a 35-34 lead. Marion Moore, playing great basketball again, comes in as a leading scorer for the Builders at 14 points per game. So we're at the half. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to allow you to take a break as well. But come back with us. There's another half of great basketball action set for you here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Right now, your halftime score, the Builders 35, the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales 34. So come back with us. We'll be back here soon for second half action as we get ready for the women's game that's going to take place also here. And again, that will be game number 2 of our doubleheader. So, sorry, I got distracted. I was listening to the PA announcer. But again, a little bit of information about Johnson and Wales if you're not really familiar with this school. They actually have 4 campuses, believe it or not. One is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Another one is in North Miami, while they have a They also have a campus in Providence, and they also have a campus in Denver. So tell you what, let's step away. We'll give you an opportunity to take a break, and I'll take a break as well. And we'll be back with you with stats and second half action here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. So don't go anywhere, come back, and remember, this is Builder Basketball.
Tyrone's tireless work ethic, dedication, loyalty, and support of Builder Sports is like no other. He has been instrumental in
told Tyrone, I said, you can take all work and do what you need to do. Tyrone said, what do you need me staying home? Man, don't need me staying home. She gone now. I said, what? He said, I'm just telling you how he is and how his attitude is. He breathed the Friendly School. He eats, sleep, walk, and talk to Friendly School. Good God, he do what he gotta do. So I want to thank y'all for coming out and helping us support this celebration for Mr. His name is James Harris, not Tyrone. James Harris. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Dr. King. Thank you.
Yesterday we got smoked barbecue. I know you don't have time now, but between games, head on up there. There's food up there. Okay? Grab two. I gotta take it home. I love barbecue. Okay? Appreciate y'all. We're not putting on.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are about to wrap up halftime here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Again, this is game one of a doubleheader that we'll be bringing to you as the men of the Apprentice School take on the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales University out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And then stick around because game two will be forthcoming as the Lady Builders will take on the Lady Wildcats of Johnson and Wales University as well. So some quick stats from the first half for the visiting Wildcats. The leading scorer, Fred Patterson, he poured in 13 points in that first half. He was joined on the scoreboard, or the top of the scoreboard, by Zarion Wilkins. He poured in 11. The majority of his points came from the three-point line. For the Builders, Marion Moore led all Builder scorers with 9 points. Right behind him was Vershawn Ely. He poured in 8 of his own. Both teams pretty much even on the turnover battle. The Builders turned the ball over 9 times, while the visiting Wildcats only turned it over 7. Rebounding edge went to the Builders. The Builders pulled down 22 rebounds, while the Wildcats pulled down 16, as we are now underway the second half here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. The Builders with the first possession. Shot clock at 20 for Joyner. Feed into Marion Moore. Epps, contested three is good. So 38-34 is our score now. Builders with a 4-point lead. Builders went into the halftime locker room with a 1-point lead, of course, 35-34. A lot of the stats pretty even for both of these teams, which would contribute to why the scoreboard was pretty even going into the halftime locker room, as Benson Hollandhead is able to bank the ball off of the backboard for an easy 2. And that puts the Builder lead back at 2, 38-36. Field goal percentage wasn't off by much. In the first half, the Wildcats shot 40.6% from the field, while the Builders shot 43.8% from the field as Epps turns it over. Builders were 6 of 14 from 3 for 42.9%, while the Wildcats were 4 of 11 from three-point land. That's 36.4%. You know, points in the paint, points off turnovers as we get a foul call. Carice Smith is going to pick up the foul. That'll be the 3rd foul on Smith, so Smith is going to have to take a seat. Caleb Molesky will make his way into the basketball game for Smith. So again, points off turnovers, points in the paint, second chance points, a lot of those things are right around even with each other. Even fast break points, Builders were only able to convert with a basket, while the Wildcats had no points, zero fast break points. So a lot of these stats the same for both teams, and that's why we are so close on the scoreboard. Joyner working off a couple of screens. Shot clock at 20. Here's Epps. Epps misses. Ball tapped around, and the loose ball comes off to the Wildcats with Patterson. So Dibble handles the basketball with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. I thought his toe may have been on the line, but the official gave the signal for a 3 attempt, but it misses. So back come the Builders. Corey Joyner tries to get it to Caleb Molesky, who turns it over. Here's Patterson. Spin. Reverse layup is good. So the circus shot by Patterson goes up and in, and we are now tied again. 38-38 is the score. Joyner works off a couple of screens again. Here's Epps. Molesky in the paint. Joyner at 8. Joyner's teardrop shot is up and good, and the Builders retake the lead 40-38. Dibble to Patterson at 20.
Good, Tony.
Dibble once again at 15. inside to Hollenhead. He's fouled.
Builder foul number 2, Caleb Molesky, his second, team second and a half.
So Caleb Molesky picks up his second personal foul, and that'll put Hollenhead at the free throw line to shoot 2, 16:45 remaining. Builders holding to a 2-point lead. As Hollenhead misses the first. So DeAndre Williams back onto the floor for the visiting Wildcats. Rashawn Ely in for the Builders. Builders still with a 1-point lead, 40-38, 16:45 left as Hollenhead set for his second attempt. And that one comes off no good as well. So no harm except the foul on the defensive end for the Builders. Here's Epps with the basketball. Looking, probing, finds Ely. Ely hit a couple of those corner threes in the first half. Loose ball comes off to the Builders. And Jones, and they're gonna call the foul, but they're gonna call the foul on the floor. So wave off the basket. That foul call will go to Jalen Dibble. That'll be his second personal foul and the team's first. As Zarian Williams checks back into the basketball game. Zarian Williams again with 11 points in the first half. And Marion Moore comes back in. That'll give Isaiah Jones a rest. Isaiah yet to score in the basketball game. Here's Moore with 15. I'm sorry, that was Corey Joyner. Here's Moore with 9. Shot clock at 8. 7. Shot clock at 6. Here's Epps. Shot clock at 4. Epps, pull up, jumper, goes down at 2. It's a beautiful job of finding an open space in the zone to get off a clean look at the basket as Epps, he makes it, and the Builders lead now is 4, 42-38, 15:45 remaining in the basketball game. Shot blocked by Ely, but the loose ball there for the putback is Dibble. So 42-40 is the score. Joyner to Ely. Ely shot no good. Rebound tapped around and controlled by the Builders. Molesky. Tough, awkward shot, gets it to go, and the foul. So count the basket. That foul call will go on Jalen Dibble. That is his third personal foul and the team's second, and we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by Coach Josh Gross at the 15-11 mark of the second half, and the Builders lead is 44-40. So welcome back with me, Howard McCain. Sekou Fry is our engineer, producer, and the Builders have come out pretty much picking up where they left off, went into the halftime locker room with a slim lead, 35-34, but have come out here and have played well in the second half, as we saw Caleb Molesky get harassed and basically get the basketball up to the rim, and a great job by Caleb in that instance. If the person that fouls you does not stop you from getting a shot off, try to get something up. Maybe, just maybe, you can get it to trickle over the rim and get a three-point opportunity. So Caleb Molesky is at the line shooting 1 to try to add to the already 4-point lead by the Builders, and he does just that. So 45-40 is the score, 15:08 left in the basketball game. Shot clock at 20. Here's Wilkins in the corner. Shot clock now at 10 to Patterson. Joyner flashes late with the double team, but Patterson able to step through for the basket. So 45-42 is our score. Joyner pushed. Took a while for the official to finally blow the whistle, but Joyner was pushed on the play. So DeAndre Williams is going to pick up that foul.
Wildcat foul number 2, DeAndre Williams, his first personal, team's third.
So that'll be the third team foul as J.C. Cooper will come in for Dibble. Dibble picked up 3, or picked up his third foul, rather. Here's Epps. Shot clock at 18. Joyner with 15. Epps with the shot clock now at 10. Epps trying to find something, can't. Moore with 6, 5, 4. Moore works, shot up. Nearly goes in, but there with the putback is Caleb Molesky. So the Builders lead is now back up to 5. Builders playing really good basketball around the rim as we get an offensive foul call. And the basketball will go back over to the Builders as Patterson clears out with the elbow. So for Fred Patterson, that'll be his second personal foul. That'll be the team's 4th. 47-42 is our score. Builders still holding to a 5-point lead. Here's Joyner at 20. Epps at 15. Epps, air ball. Here come the Wildcats with Cooper. Wilkins, who scored 11 in the first half, has been scoreless here in the second half for the Wildcats. As the ball is turned over by the Builders, I'm sorry, to the Builders, not by the Builders, but to the Builders. So the Builders have an opportunity to add to their 5-point lead as Corey Joyner is caught completely off guard as the basketball was thrown into him. Game shot clock at 20. Here's Epps. Joyner looks. Feed inside at 15 to Moore, who's bumped. And the pass is picked off by Patterson. Patterson able to get between it and through the defense, but unable to convert right at the basket. So Joyner all the way to the other end, and a blocking foul is going to be called. That foul call is going to go on Wilkins. Zarian Wilkins, that is his first personal foul, the team's 5th. So that'll put Corey Joyner at the line to shoot 2. Clock stopped at 12:59 remaining in the basketball game. Builders with a 5, make it a 6-point lead. 48-42 is our score. As the basketball arena starts to fill up with the smells of barbecue. As Corey Joyner hits the second of 2. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm looking forward to it. And here come the Wildcats. Quick shot. Rebound poked out of bounds by Wilkins. So the Builders will look to add to their 7-point lead. Builders have led by as many as 9 in the basketball game. They have an opportunity to match that lead on this possession or exceed it with a 3. Here's Joyner. Joyner with a wraparound pass to Caleb Molesky for the easy layup, and the Builders now lead by 9. As chance of defense come from the Builder bench, as you can hear. Shot clock at 20. As we get a basket and the foul. So Caleb Molesky will pick up his 3rd personal foul as Anthony Ray able to convert on the continuation of the foul towards the basket. So Anthony Ray will step to the line to try to shoot a single free throw to try to complete the 3-point play and pull the Wildcats within 6. And he does just that. So 51-45 is the score, 12-16 remaining in the basketball game. Joyner. Feed in the corner to Ely. Shot clock at 15. Here's Moore. Epps with 10. Feed to Moore. Moore. Wild sequence there underneath the basket. Basketball comes off to the Wildcats, who convert the reverse layup on the fast break with Ray. So the Builder lead that was once 9 is back down to 4, 51-47. Shot clock at 20. Joyner to Molesky. Ely for 3, partially blocked, but he's fouled. So Rashawn Ely is going to get an opportunity to go to the line to shoot 3 as Fred Patterson picks up his 3rd personal foul in the team 6. So great opportunity by Rashawn Ely to push this lead of the Builders up to 7 as he makes the first of 3. So 52-47 is the score, 11:28 remaining in the basketball game. As Ely, 2 for 2. Ely will attempt to go for the trifecta at the free throw line with this attempt. And he does. So as a player, you want to take advantage of these opportunities like this when they're given to you at the free throw line, and Rashawn Ely does just that for his basketball team. Shot clock at 20, here's Ray. Ray, step through, layup, no good, but he was fouled according to the official. And he was fouled by Caleb Molesky. So for Molesky, folks, that is his 4th personal foul. So Molesky picks up his 4th personal foul at the 11:13 mark of the second half. So that'll put Ray at the free throw line to shoot 2 with the clock stopped, and he misses. So Kyrie Smith will come in. Molesky will take a seat, having picked up his 4th personal foul. So he may sit for a while. As pleasantries are exchanged right here in front of us between one of the officials and Coach Evan Key, as Ray hits the 2nd of 2. So 54-48 is the score. Builders lead by 7. Here's Joyner. Off the screen from Ely, and they're going to call Ely for the hard screen. So that'll be number 2 on Rashawn Ely. I think it would have been okay, but I think Ely may have kind of pushed his knee out a little bit to kind of trip up the player as he was going by. So Eason is going to make his way. Jaden Eason is going to make his way onto the floor. Builders with a 6-point lead at the 11-minute mark of the second half. Here's Ray with 20, who's really just went into attack mode offensively here early in the second half for the Wildcats, and he converts. So the Builder lead now is 4, 54-50. It's Epps, works off of a screen. Ray with the defense. Here's Moore. Builders have to get Moore going, and he does. So Marion Moore converts inside. And for the remainder of the game, I think that's just where the Builder offense is going to be. Their bread is going to be buttered inside with Marion Moore. Step through. Patterson able to hit. So we see Patterson and Ray really step up the offensive intensity for the Wildcats. Patterson's basket pulled the Wildcats back within 4, 54, 52, 9, 52 left. Joyner with 15 on the shot clock. Gets it to Moore. Moore to Epps. Epps, I believe he may have stepped out of bounds, and he did. So that's going to be a turnover for the Builders. Again, Builders committed 9 turnovers in the first half. 56-52, Builders with the lead. 9:30 remaining in the basketball game. As Ray heats up. So Ray hits a 3, and that trims the Builder lead all the way down from 9 to just 1. Here's Epps. He finds Smith. Moore, spin move, splits the defense, unable to hit the layup. And the loose ball is controlled by the Wildcats, as the Wildcats just barely get it over the timeline. Cooper misses, but he is fouled. That foul will go on Tony Epps. That is his first personal foul, and that's the team 6. So that'll put Cooper at the free throw line to shoot 2, but before Cooper shoots 2, we're gonna have a timeout. Timeout being taken by Coach Evan Key. Again, Coach Key in his 3rd season at the helm for the Builder basketball program. His team currently sits at 12-12, 6-3 in conference play, having won their last 2 basketball contests. Coming into this game, calls the timeout to try to talk a little bit of strategy, as Johnson and Wells will try to step to the line and shoot 2 here in just a moment to try to either tie this basketball game or take the lead. Right now, the score 56-55, Builders lead by 1. So again, both teams playing extremely well. We've seen Anthony Ray come alive here offensively for Johnson and Wells, while Marion Moore seems to be the focal point on offense for the Builders. So 8:51 remaining in the basketball game. Here's J.C. Cooper at the line, the 5'9" guard, who makes the first. So we're now tied, 56-56. Builders with a couple of players in foul trouble. Caleb Molesky with 4, Kyrie Smith with 3, and the Wildcats take a 1-point lead, 57-56, off of both conversions by Cooper at the free throw line. Here's Joyner, looking, finding Moore. Moore attempts the dunk, but he's fouled. So that foul call will go on DeAndre Williams. So for DeAndre Williams, that is his 2nd personal foul and the team's 7th. So that'll put that will put Marion Moore at the free throw line to shoot 2. As the Builders look to take the lead, so we get a delay of game on Anthony Ray. I'm not really sure what Ray did, but he got a warning. As Marion Moore hits the first. So we're now tied again, 57-57, 8:28 remaining in the basketball game. And Marion Moore hits them both. So 58-57, Builders with the lead. Here comes Cooper. Shot clock at 20. Here's Ray with the basketball at 15, who's all of a sudden gotten hot offensively as he squeezes a 3 from long range. Marion Moore clears the rebound. So the Builders with the basketball and a 1-point lead, 7:57 left. Joyner. Wild shot, but he is fouled. So DeAndre Williams picks up his 3rd personal foul, so the foul's starting to mount a little bit here for the visiting Wildcats, as the Wildcats currently have 4 players with 3 fouls, as Joyner misses the first of 2. So Wilkins will come in, Summers will sit. Summers has 3 personals. As Joyner hits the second of 2. Builders now with a 2-point advantage, 59-57.
See balls, beat the gap. Lefty driver.
Here's Williams, shot clock at 20. Goes against Epps. And a late whistle on Epps.
Builder foul number 3, Tony Epps.
So that'll be Epps' 2nd personal foul. And that's going to put DeAndre Williams. That puts DeAndre Williams at the free throw line with the clock stopped at 7:40. He hits the first of 2 as Avon Hawkins will make his way into the basketball game. Tony Epps will take a seat. 59-58, Builders lead by 1. Long rebound comes off to Marion Moore. Corey Joyner tries to catch the defense off guard. Able to get the ball to the basket, but unable to convert, so the basketball will go over to the Wildcats. Here's Ray. Ray attacking the basket and scores again. So the Wildcats now have a 1-point lead, 60-59, 7-10 remaining. Here's Ely. Shot clock at 15. Moore. Shot clock now at 10 with Corey Joyner. Clock at 7, 6, 5. Joyner unable to convert. Loose ball slapped around. Basketball taken by the Wildcats, but there's a foul in the backcourt. That is going to go on Corey Joyner. So for Corey, that is his first personal foul, the team's 8th. So that puts Ray at the free throw line to shoot the 1-and-1, 6:44 remaining in the basketball game, and the Wildcats now with a 1-point lead. Wildcats haven't really led by more than 2 points this entire basketball game, so if Ray is able to convert both free throws, if he's able to convert both free throws, then that would give the Wildcats their largest lead of the afternoon at 3. Ray hits them both. So 62-59. Wildcats by 3, 6:38 left in the basketball game. Here's Joyner with 20 on the shot clock off of the screen from Moore. Ely. Tough shot. Misses. Last touch by Marion Moore. So the Wildcats will have the ball looking to add to their 3-point lead, 62-59, 6:22 left. These teams put up 192 points the last time they played one another. I don't think we're going to get there with a 62-59 score with 6:10 remaining. Here's Wilkins. Wilkins goes right into the chest of Marion Moore, and they call the offensive foul. So Wilkins will pick up the offensive foul, and the Builders will get the basketball back. 6:02 remaining in the basketball game. Builders trailing by 3, 62-59. Caleb Oleski with his 4 fouls back on the floor for the Builders. Here's Joyner. Step through, layup is good. So that trims the Builder deficit now to 162-61 Wildcats lead. Here's Cooper. Quick shot, and he hits. So 64-61 Wildcats, and back come the Builders with Joyner. Shot clock at 20. Feed in the corner to Hawkins for 3, nothing. So here comes Ray for the Wildcats. Goes right at Marion Moore for the basket. So that extends the Wildcat lead to 5, their largest lead of the afternoon. 5:06 left. Wildcats lead 66-61. It's Hawkins. Unable to hit for 3. So back come the Wildcats. Patterson. Here's Ray. Ray, who's really picked up the scoring pace for the Wildcats here in the second half. Unable to hit on that. So here come the Builders. Joyner Step through, takes on the entire basketball team, scores, and the foul. Phenomenal play by Corey Joyner to get to the rack, convert, and pick up the foul. So Wilkins will pick up the personal. That is his third. And that will put Corey Joyner at the line to shoot to try and complete the three-point play. Xavier Hunter now into the ball game for the Builders. .427 left. Builders trail by 3. Basket rims out, but Smith there to get the loose ball. Builders now with 15 on the shot clock. Here's Molesky. Back to Joyner at 10. 4:15 left in the basketball game. Joyner to Molesky for 3. Nothing doing. Cooper calls the timeout. Timeout by the Wildcats at the 4-minute mark of the basketball game. Builders trail by a single possession, 66-63. And when we resume play, there will be 22 seconds on the shot clock as the Wildcat coach, Josh Gross, wants to talk about it with his basketball team. So we'll come back quickly to courtside with me, Howard McCain. So glad you could join us. Man, this has been one entertaining basketball game between two teams, and you can tell they want to win this game, both teams. Neither one of these teams have quit, have laid down, and let the other team just walk over them. This game has been nip and tuck all the way. Just like we looked at the first half stats, you can tell that this game has been nip and tuck all the way through, and it's been that way in the second half as well. We've seen Anthony Ray really just take off on the scoreboard for his basketball team. He went into the halftime locker room only scoring 3 points, but he has put up double-digit point totals here in the second half. For the Builders, they've attempted to run the offense through Marion Moore down low, but the defense is starting to sag into the lane, and that is forcing the Builders to have to try to shoot over the top of it. Haven't been as successful shooting the basketball here in the second half as in the first half, and that is now why the Builders are now find themselves down. But they only find themselves down by one possession, ladies and gentlemen. 66-63 is our score. The timeout is now over. So both teams are now making their way back onto the court. So let's see what these coaches have dialed up for the next 4 minutes remaining in this basketball game. So DeAndre Williams will inbound against Xavier Hunter. Here's Ray. Ray feeling it. Unable to get loose as Wilkins. Kicks to Cooper. Here's Patterson. Pass down low for the easy bucket for Williams. So the Builders now back down by 5, 68-63. Plenty of time remaining in the basketball game. 3.5. Here's Moore. Pass to Molesky, unable to be handled, so the Builders are going to turn it over. As Molesky will make his way to the bench along with Xavier Hunter, Tony Epps, and Vershawn Ely into the game. Here's Cooper with the basketball. Shot clock at 20. Ray circles. Shot clock now at 10. Spin move. Shot no good for Williams, and back come the Builders with Epps. Kick in the corner to Smith. 3-point basket, no good, 2:56 remaining. Builders now down by 5 as we get a kick by Joyner. Still plenty of time. Builders down by 2 possessions. 2:44 remaining. Shot clock now at 10. Here's Williams. Kick to Cooper. Cooper wanted the shot but unable to control the basketball. That is going to be short, and Ely with the rebound. Joyner on the attack against Cooper. Step through layup, no good, but there for the putback is Rashad Ely on the weak side. And the Builders now only trail by 3, 2:10 left. As we get a foul. That foul will be on Corey Joyner. That is second personal foul. So that will be the 9th personal foul. So that'll put J.C. Cooper at the line. He was fouled in the act of shooting. So he'll shoot 2. Clock stopped at 2:03 remaining. Wildcats lead by 3. Make it 4. So important free throws here for the Wildcats, as prior to that make, they were only leading by 1 possession. They're now leading by 2. And they still lead by 2 possessions even after that make. So a 5-point deficit by the Builders. We're now just under 2 minutes remaining in the basketball game as Joyner works with the basketball. He's fouled. That'll be on Zarian Wilkins. That'll be his 4th personal foul. So this is what you're gonna do for the remaining 1 minute and 53 seconds of the basketball game. If you're the Builders, you want to get your points going towards the basket. Either you're going to get a foul or a very easy shot at the basket, as Corey Joyner got fouled and he's able to convert on the first of 2. So 70-66 is the score. Builders trail by 4, 1:53 remaining. As Joyner hits them both, we're going to get a timeout. 30-second timeout being taken by Coach Evan Key for strategy reasons, because we are officially down the home stretch in the basketball game. 70-67 is our score. Builders down by just a single possession, 1 possession. So all it takes is for a 3-point basket by the Builders, and this basketball game is tied up. That's why they're only down by 1 possession. Just a little something for people who may not be familiar with the terminology. So we are at courtside with me, Howard McCain. Again, Sekou Fry is our engineer and producer. And folks, this has been one heck of a basketball game. This has been a pleasure to watch and a pleasure to call for you. The game number 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Timeout is over. So 1:53 left. Builders down by 3. Builders go to the full court press. Joyner picks up Cooper quickly. Game clock now at 1:45, shot clock at 20. Here's Cooper directing traffic. Builders need to stop here. Here's Cooper all the way to the rack, and he scores. So 72-63, Builders now by 5, 1:29 remaining. Joyner with the feed inside to Ely. I'm sorry, that is Smith for the easy basket. We're down to 1:15 remaining in the basketball game. Builders trail by 3. Here's Wilkins to Patterson. Shot clock at 20. Patterson, he's fouled. So Patterson gets fouled on the drive to the basket. Rashawn Ely picks up his 3rd, so that stops the clock with 1:08 remaining. As a team, the Wildcats are shooting 66.7% from the charity stripe. Here's Patterson. And he hits the first of 2, so that pushes it to a 2-possession lead now for the Wildcats at the 1:08 mark of the basketball game. And again, even with that make, it's still a 2-possession basketball game. Builders trail by 5. 1:04 remaining. Here's Joyner with the basketball. Joyner, high off the glass, shot missed. Tie up underneath, and the possession arrow is in favor of the Wildcats. So as you can hear right in front of me, Coach Evan Key calls for a timeout. So the Builders are going to take a full timeout with 56.5 seconds left in the basketball game. Builders down right now by 5 in the contest. So what does Coach dial up for his basketball team? They were unable to come down and convert offensively. So defensively, what do you have to do? Do you start to play the foul game? So what he'll probably do is, out of this timeout, put on the full court press. If they're unable to create a turnover, they may have to start playing the foul game here very, very soon. If you're Coach Gross, all you want to do is try to eat clock and try to get a high percentage shot late in the shot clock. So right now with a 2-possession basketball game, all of the momentum and all of the strategy is on the side of Coach Gross for the Wildcats. But what is Coach Evan Key going to call up for his basketball team? We'll find out here in just a moment as we are getting ready to come out of the timeout. But either way it goes, this has been a very well-played basketball game for both of these clubs. You hate to see either one of them lose, but that's how it is in sports. Somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose. So the timeout is over. Let's see what Coach Key and Coach Gross has dialed up. Ray will inbound along the baseline. He won't be able to run the baseline. He'll have to stay where he is to inbound. As Cooper, the trap in the backcourt from the Builders. Builders attempt to trap Ray, but they trip him. So there's a foul in the backcourt. And that foul will go on Epps. So that'll be Epps' third personal foul. So we'll walk to the other end. Anthony Ray will step to the line to shoot 2. Builders trail by 5. So if Ray hits both of these, the Builders will be down 3 possessions with 51.7 seconds left. And he hits the first. Builders still only down by 2 possessions. And that make puts them down by 3. So Avon Hawkins and Xavier Hunter make their way into the basketball game. Builders down by 3 possessions, have to score quickly. Here's Hunter for 3. Misses. Rebound, last touch by the Wildcats, 40 seconds remaining. Builders down by 7. So again, Builders have to score quickly. And the inbound is picked off. And all the way down for the easy layup on the other end is Williams. And that makes it 78-69 as the Builders miss from 3. Wilkins clears, long outlet to Ray. Ray decides to back the basketball out with 24 seconds left as we get a foul by Hunter. So 23 seconds left on the game clock. 78-69, Wildcats over the Builders right now by 9.
Anthony Ray at the line shooting 2 for the Wildcats.
So Anthony Ray will step to the line. Builders trailing by 3 possessions here at home in game 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. As the arena goes deathly quiet, anticipating Ray's free throw shot that goes down, and that gives the Wildcats now a 10-point lead. 23 seconds left here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. And Ray hits the second, so an 11-point deficit by the Builders. Again, Builders have to score quickly. 3-point basket, no good. As Corey Joyner commits the foul. So for Joyner, that'll be his 3rd personal foul, so we'll walk all the way to the other end. And Fred Patterson will step to the free throw line to shoot 2. 13.5 seconds left. Wildcats now with an 11-point lead. So if things stay the same for the next 13.5 seconds, the Wildcats will sweep the season series. And Patterson makes the first. As Patterson misses the second. Game clock now at 10 as Coach Gross tells his team to stay away, don't foul. Three-point shot goes down by Hawkins, and that makes it 81-72 with the game clock now at 4, 3, 2, 1, and that is where the game is going to end. So your final score, Wildcats 81, Builders 72, as Coach Fred Gross and his Wildcats come away victorious in game 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. That will drop the Builders' overall record to 12-13, while Coach Gross's team, their record improves to 14-10. 9-1 in conference play. Builders dropped to 6-4 in conference play. Well-played basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. You really can't hang your head about the way either one of these teams played. I thought Coach Key brought his team out this afternoon. They were very well prepared to play this basketball game, but they ran into a Wildcat team that came into this afternoon's game hot. You can give all the credit to Anthony Ray, who came out in the second half like gangbusters and really lit it up on the offensive boards, on the offensive glass for the visiting Wildcats, and that pretty much caused the distance there between the teams. So the final score here is going to be 80-72. Again, a doubleheader for us, as the Lady Builders will take the court here momentarily to take on the Lady Wildcats of Johnson and Wales. It'll be Coach Antonio Hill will take her team onto the court for the final regular season game. We'll see how well they fare. We saw them play last night. They didn't play so well, turned the ball over at a tremendous pace. So hopefully they've got an opportunity to shore those things up as we get ready to transition out of the men's game into the women's game. So again, your final score here at game number 1 of this afternoon's doubleheader, the men go down by a score of 81-72 to the Wildcats of Johnson and Wales University. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back here soon for game number 2 of this afternoon's doubleheader between the Lady Builders and the Lady Wildcats of Johnson and Wales. So until then, remember, this is Builder Basketball.